going there? Henry Olsen here from Super Simple Guitar, and today we are going to be checking out the classic tune Fleetwood Mac Dreams. I absolutely love this song. I actually discovered it on TikTok, which is kind of funny, and I'm actually embarrassed to say that I didn't know the song before, but it's such a beautiful song, and Fleetwood Mac, if you haven't listened to them, I've been rediscovering some of their music after discovering this song, and just so much great music there. So check out Fleetwood Mac, and now without any further ado, let's get into Dreams. Just such a great song, such a great song. So lucky for us, most of the song is just 2 chords. With a super simple strumming pattern, and also the strumming pattern, you can play with it. There's so many possibilities there, and since it's only 2 chords, you know, the F going to the G, F, G, there's a lot of space to experiment with strumming as well. Okay, so really a great beginner tune. Don't be afraid of the F chord, because you could just play the kind of baby F, which I'm going to show you now in just a second, okay? So even if you can't play the big F bar chord, you're still going to be able to play this tune. Okay, so without any further ado, let's just get right into it. So basically, first I'm going to show you the baby version, then we're gonna do some more advanced stuff. So check it out. If you know a C major chord, which hopefully you do, to get that baby F, as I call it sometimes, we're just going to take these 2 fingers and put them 1 string set down. Okay, and you can leave that open string there to ring. Okay, and then that's the easiest way to play the F. And then you can go from that F into a G, however you like to play the G, whether you play it like this or like this. You know, I like to teach it this way, right, with these 2 fingers here. But no matter how you like to play it, just go from the F into a G, right? And for the G, we also have a couple of options. But the easiest way, if you're kind of a beginner and you're just learning your chords, is just to go to that G that you already know, right? Okay, so the strumming is kind of like this down, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Really simple, really straightforward. You've heard it a million times, okay? So that's kind of the first way of getting through it. The second way would be to play it more like what's happening in the original, and that is with these 2 fingers, as if you're playing a F bar chord, but we're leaving that open E string, and we're kind of going for these 5 strings, starting on the 5th string down, right? So, and with my thumb, I'm muting out that 6th string. Okay, so. And now you might have heard I altered that strumming just a little bit, you know, to give it some more of that original sound. So it's kind of like this down, 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 up, down, down, up, down, up, down, 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 up, down. And that G comes a little bit earlier than you would normally think. So it's kind of slightly ahead of the beat. So down, 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 up, down. And now to play the G, the cool thing is you could just move this first shape 2 frets ahead, okay? And if you don't know about movable chords, it's going to be like magic to you when you unlock them. So if you're playing an F here, then if you know the musical alphabet, you know this is an F sharp, a G, and then you could keep going, right, to a G sharp A, right, A sharp B. And if you don't know how to move chords all over the fretboard, I have a free beginner chord book that you can go download totally for free that teaches all of that, okay? So the link for that is above or below me. Blah, 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 I can't talk. Okay, so F. And it's just going between those 2 chords the whole time. And again, play around with that strumming. This is the perfect tune to do that. And the cool thing about this G here, if you decide to play it here, is you can leave that open E string, right? And that sounds really nice to my ears. And I think that's what they're doing in the original a lot of the time, okay? So that's another option. If you want to give that some kind of small embellishments, you could make the switch. So first play it with that open E, and then flatten it, which is going to give you, you know, some melodic movement, right? So F, Hear that? You can either grab your finger and do an entire bar or just play these 2 strings. Right? And that's going to give you some, you know, some movement, something for the ear to grab onto and say, ah, that's nice. Okay, so F. Or just let that open E string ring. You could vary it, go from this G into this G, which sounds really nice too, right? That's the really cool thing about this tune, is that it gives you a lot of options to experiment and see what sounds good to you. Play along with the original. It's nice and slow. You'll be able to follow along. You can do different strumming patterns, different ways of playing these same chords, right? And, you know, just a lot of fun to play, okay? So that goes on for a long, long, long time. And then there's this instrumental part that kicks in. And the tempo actually goes down a little bit, right? It really, they hit the brakes on the tune, and then they speed up after this part. So the second part is basically you're playing the F, going into that G, but now you play the G 2 times. Okay, so double the time, right? Then you go back to the F, and then you go down to A minor, and then into the G 2 times. Back to the F, and now it's over, then it continues with that. For the rest of the song, it's just that F into the G, F into the G. Okay, so let me demonstrate that for you. So I'm going to just play a little bit F into that G, F into that G. Okay, now we're going to kick it into the instrumental part, G twice. Back to the F, down to the A minor, into G 2 times. Back to the F. And now we're back into the verse. Okay. So again, you surely recognize that I've been strumming it slightly different throughout this lesson. And that's because, as I said, this song allows so much space for, you know, self-discovery, you know, if, as it were, right? For you to experiment and come up with, you know, your own strumming patterns that work, okay? And that really is the best school. Just to play, don't think too much, don't overthink it, just strum, okay? That's about that, okay? So I hope you enjoyed this lesson. If you did, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, hit subscribe, hit that bell if you want to see more of my lessons. One other thing, I'm using a flat pick, a thin pick, one of these orange Dunlop ones, and that gives you that kind of nice strummy sound. Okay, so check out these thin Dunlop picks. Any thin pick will work well, right? Okay, that's about that. My name's Henry Olsen. If you enjoyed this lesson, again, give me a thumbs up, hit subscribe, hit that bell. Check out the All Access membership, all of my structured courses with PDF files, backing tracks, tabs, you know, everything you need to learn is in there. There's a 7-day free trial, so check it out. No risk, no fun. All right, see you later. Have a great day. Henry Olsen. Bye-bye.